seed oils were originally created as machine lubricants, and they should have stayed that way. Seed oils are horrible for humans. They are very high in linoleic acid that accumulates in your cell membranes and your adipose tissue.
You've probably seen influencers like this guy demonizing seed oils, claiming they cause inflammation. But what does the science actually show? So seed oils like canola oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil are high in polyunsaturated fats, especially linoleic acid and omega-6 fatty acid. There's a common theory that linoleic acid leads to inflammation by converting arachidonic acid, but this theory doesn't hold up when you look at the research. Meta-analyses of prospective cohort studies and randomized controlled trials where subjects report higher linoleic acid intake and even measured blood and tissue levels of linoleic acid, which would show a long-term exposure to linoleic acid, consistently show no increase in inflammatory markers like CRP, interleukin-6, TNF-alpha, even with high intakes of linoleic acid. In fact, some studies suggest anti-inflammatory benefits with seed oils that also contain omega-3s like flaxseed and canola. These studies have been conducted across a variety of seed oils, each with different levels of linoleic acid, and still no evidence of increased inflammation is found, whether you're consuming oils lower in linoleic acid like canola, which is about 18%, all the way up to soybean 50%, and safflower up to 80% linoleic acid. It's easy for theories about seed oils to sound logical, and you can always find individual studies that go against the general consensus. But what matters is the whole body of evidence, especially when something has been tested as extensively as seed oils. In the case of inflammation, the balance of evidence is clear. Seed oils do not increase inflammation. Concerns about seed oils and oxidation are also exaggerated. It's true that heating oils can cause oxidation, but studies show that even after heating, harmful byproducts like 4-HNE are minimal in oils like canola or sunflower. These oils contain antioxidants like vitamin E, which help prevent the oxidation. For everyday cooking, like sauteing or using them in salads, there's very little risk. Avoid deep frying or reheating oils repeatedly, as that increases oxidation, but that applies to all oils, not just seed oils. There's also a difference between using seed oil in cooking and eating processed junk food that contains them. The problem with junk food isn't the seed oil itself, but the overall quality of the food, excess calories, fiber depletion, added sugar, and refined grains. Cooking with canola oil isn't the same as eating potato chips. Some people argue we should replace seed oils with saturated fats like butter, but that's not necessarily healthier. Diets high in saturated fats have been linked to increased cholesterol and greater cardiovascular risk. Swapping seed oils for butter could actually be more harmful. At the end of the day, we need to rely on the balance of evidence. Meta-analyses with large sample sizes show no support for the claim that seed oils cause inflammation. As one review concluded, despite concerns, current evidence from human studies does not support the view that omega-6 fatty acids increase inflammation. Now, I don't care whether you use seed oils or not. No oil is essential in your diet. Personally, I rarely use them, but let's not demonize them based on isolated theories or cherry-picked studies. If you want to avoid seed oils, that's fine. But if you do use them, inflammation isn't a reason to avoid them. That's not supported by the whole body of scientific evidence. This is just an intro to seed oils and inflammation. In future videos, I'll cover seed oils' effects on the cardiovascular risk, insulin sensitivity, and fatty liver in comparison to saturated fats. Check out the links to the studies and meta-analyses in the comments to see the evidence for yourself. Remember, we need to make decisions based on evidence, not fear or someone's narrative. Let's focus on reproducible scientific evidence, not theories we hear on social media.